Welcome to Predatortour Sweden 2018. I will welcome you all, and we are so excited and so ready for this event. We start with ceremony opening, and after that we have team captains meeting to inform all participants, including the team captains, about the situation, about the rules and regulation and last news, weather forecast, and tell them about the boat inspection for tomorrow. So everybody is excited, everybody is informed. We are ready to rock and roll, and see you at Predatortour 2018. Download the app and follow all participants live at the leaderboard. Free app, Predatortour, in the App Store or in Google Play Store. Download it and watch Predatortour 2018 Sweden. Day 1 Predatortour Sweden. At the back there you can see the boat inspection. Every morning is a boat inspection to check for safety equipment and equipment if everybody has the right stuff with them. It's really sunny weather today, flat calm, almost no wind, so we can go out safe. There is a little bit of fog today, but that's disappearing, I think, in maybe 1 hour, and then we are free to start. The start will be every morning at 8 o'clock, and you can follow all the participants on the live leaderboard. So download the app, it's for free, and you can see all the participants battle for the biggest fish. The login on the app is only for participants. You can use the app by going to the menu and live leaderboard, and it's for free, and watch us.
It to be a good competition with lots of international teams and
a lot of big pikes.
To get on the top 3 you have to go over 110 in the average length of the fishes on your board.
I'm from here, so I have had a lot of good catch big fish here, but it's a competition and it's a lot of people and they know the area also, so it's quite hard.
We will start to fish around islands on a little bit deeper water and go into a little bit shallower water.
The most difficult this time of year is because the winter was so late. We are in a period where I think there will be both post-spawning fishes and pre-spawning fishes, so you need to find those, hopefully those post-spawning.
I think they spawn in different periods, yes, so some fish are spawning and some are not, so it's because the ice was laying very long, so I think you have when we were test fishing we had a lot of followers, but we had also pikes that strike, but I think it's in the base that you catch the most now, maybe in the or around the base, the spawning areas.
we have a plan to stand in our place in 3 days now, so not much moving.
We'll just keep grinding on the spot and hope for the best.
can see, we are in a shallow area of the Predatortour on a shallow bay. The water temperature is rising up till about 8 degrees. So outside this bay the temperature is about 3 to 4 degrees. So this is a very nice place for spawning for the pike. So we see that they catch some pikes, but smaller pikes, so the males, and just waiting that they catch the bigger pike here. So as you can see, a lot of boats are here, 6 boats at the moment. So we hope we can film some action. See you later.
A great day. The fishing was tough, you know, lots of the fish has already spawned and they are now on the edges, and still you have some fish in the bay, so it's a middle time. But I think we have a plan to fill up the paper, and we did, and also we caught a nice one, 112.5, so I think we are satisfied for the first day, Pierre.
The fishing was better than expected today. We caught like 7 pikes and most of them were over 90 centimeters.
Yeah, with 2 better fish around 110, 114 centimeters. So yeah, great day.
Today was kind of good for us, for Team Mojo Boats. We're sitting in 5th place, so we're really happy. We are kind of close to 6 meters in total, and we're gonna get that tomorrow. So we're kind of confident, but it was really rough ride to the spot, and really rough ride back because the winds picked up and it was really messy. So it's good with the new rule that the competition ends by 4 with the app closing, because we don't need to break anything driving like maniacs in the bad weather. So that's really great.
Today was a really fantastic day on the water. We surveyed all the boats. All the participants were catching a lot of fish. They catched 262 pikes and 47 pikes over meter. So that was really amazing to see that and to follow it on the app. So you can also follow this at home. So I've one hint for you.
Download the app.
Today our main focus was to fish the areas we found on pre-fishing, to fish them really well, just to really sort out every inch of those places.
Fish who is still inside, they don't want some straight baits. For us, gliders, jerk bait has been the most successful, like buster jerk, you know, and fish it quite fast. I think it's more aggressive strikes.
Definitely, because we lost some strike as well, so they don't take the bait really good.
So, but if you go out, you know, the fish who have spawned or far out, I think they take more straight baits and they are feeding. So you really need to choose your spot and your right baits for the situation. So it's a tricky situation, but it's fun, and so many big fish has been caught over 1 meter today. It's really amazing.
My name is Felix Frey. I'm actually here as a sponsor. I'm representing Rebel Cell, I'm representing Lawrence Electronics and Hobie Kayaks. So we are bringing some stuff to the prize table. We're bringing lithium batteries from Rebel Cell, We're bringing a sonar from Lawrence and some vouchers from Hobie. And it's actually super funny. We have 2 kayak teams competing against all of these boat teams. They are doing really well the first day. So we're super happy, and we're super happy to be a part of this great competition that's super well organized. And yeah, we're just enjoying our time here.
The new rule in the competition is you can start also by car. It's called the jump start. So we start at the same harbor as the boat guys. So at 8 o'clock in the morning we got the signal, we can go out wherever we want. You can go at some quiet areas where the wind is not blowing that much, or you can go where not that many boats are. So you got a lot of space for your own. So we can fish all the spots we pre-fished without get disturbed by other fishermen.
Have you ever fishing with the kayaks? And of course when you you take the jump start, because starting from the harbor is not really an option for us. With all the fast speeding boats, we always be lost with the kayak. So we take the jump start and we drive to a remote area, we hope, so we can fish. To find some fishing areas for ourselves and not have to compete with all the boats all the time.
Het is al bijna, denk ik, tijd om te knallen. We gaan nog even snel een rondje lopen door het parcours. Iedereen is eigenlijk aan het positioneren. Af en toe een beetje helpen.
Het plan is de 3 meter snoeken vangen vandaag. We moeten upgraden, we hebben de kaart vol. Maar we moeten zien te upgraden, dus we gaan een beetje risico's nemen vandaag.
Van Predatortour dag 2, Predatortour Sweden. Volg iedereen vandaag via de leaderboard. Download de app. Dus zie je ook gelijk zodra de vis is goedgekeurd. Dat duurt meestal 1 of 2 minuten na vangst. Staat hij op de leaderboard. Dus ik verwacht vandaag wel wat verschuiving. Yes, the start was very spectacular. 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 Spectacular! Angel! Now the start was very spectacular, and 62 boats are on the big lake Vanern, as you can see. It's 5 times bigger than Lake IJsselmeer in the Netherlands, or 6 times bigger. It's very rough waters, and the weather is cloudy, so I think it's a very good day for pike fishing. Temperature here of the water is at the moment 2.93 degrees. We're heading here on about 13-14 meters water, and on the other side you see a lot of shallow bays with some houses, some structure. It's very tricky because we have a lot of rocks on the water that you can see. But we have our navionics map, so we can see everything. We can zoom in, and then you can see some structures and also the depth, so you can see everything very good on your navionics card. It's necessary that you have the card on a big lake like this. Okay, we're heading on. See you later. Bye bye.
now we are going to another small lake, bay, and we drive to this small channel. It's very shallow water, about 1 meter, so we have to watch out for the engine. And this is a very nice area, and we had also we see a lot of beavers. I don't know if it is correct, but beavers, you know, the big, they eat on the trees. So sometimes we have spot them here, and here is a small way. Sometimes we see a small way into the beach, going to the land.
Hi guys, so we're here in the control room for Predatortour 2018 Sweden, and well, all the participants are using the app now. They take a picture of the fish they caught on the measure board, send it in to us for inspection, and we measure the fish and make a definitive call, and then it gets on the leaderboard. We measure the fish in millimeters, so that's quite we have to concentrate really on that, but we can do that. We can do that. And as you can see on the leaderboard, it's a very tight race at the moment. There's just a few centimeters between the numbers 1 and 2 and 2 and 3 and so on. So yeah, it's very spectacular at the moment what's happening in the leaderboard. We track all the boats with the GPS system, yeah. And even this morning we saw some boats, well, not the boats, but driving over the road, because they're allowed to do a jump start this year, so they are allowed to drive for a certain time. And we saw some of the boats still on the road at around 11 o'clock, and then they called us, hey, we're having some difficulties finding the good area, and we said, yeah, we saw it on the system, so yeah, we can track anyone who's participating in the tournament, yeah.
Hello, I'm Andy, Sport Fishing Dalsland. We're sitting here at one of our places, directly at the Lake Vanern. And Vanern is a huge lake. It's about 5,500 square kilometers with a length of almost 200 kilometers. So that's very big. And one of the questions I get a lot from our guests, especially when they come here for the first time: where should I start fishing on such a huge lake? Well, I like to tell you a little bit more about that, and hopefully it's helpful. So I want to take you for a short ride in my boat and show you some spots and tell something more about the lake. The coastline of Vanern consists out of hundreds or maybe even thousands islands, small shallow bays, big weed lines, and there it can be very efficient fishing with, for example, jerk baits, spinner baits, especially in the spring when the fish go up to the shallower parts. These are absolute the places to be. However, the fishing in the shallow parts and the bays can be very efficient in spring, especially when the water heats up and the pikes move in to start spawning. often it's a very short period of the year that the bigger fish are in such areas. What can be really good then is to go out on the deeper open water and hit the structures. As you can see here, for example, we're now moving over 9 meters of water, but there's a lot of rocks and stones in the area around here. And especially when the water is colder, it can be really good to fish around these structures. And that's often the best way to hit the bigger fish. And you can practice that all year round. Myself, I prefer spin fishing. I think it's the most fun. But of course it can be really good if you go out trolling or vertical fishing. Any way you like to fish, and the lake offers really much possibilities for all kind of techniques. Like I said, it's a very huge lake and it needs some time to get to know it. So don't be disappointed if you come here for the first time and you do not directly catch your 10 kilo plus fishes. Give it some time, learn to know it, respect it, because it can be really dangerous also. And the fun of Lake Vanern is also if you think you know the trick, then the next day it's completely different again.
Today was super tough. We caught a lot of fish today, really a lot of fish. We had more fish than we caught yesterday. We felt the pressure of being number one at the start. But then we caught a lot of fish, but no upgrades at all. It was like 98, 97, 1 meter 2, I think it was.
1.3 also.
1.3, yeah. But no upgrades at all. And then the Danish team, I think, they passed us. And there was a big fish caught by a German team, I think, 119. So we felt the pressure, yeah. And then Jasper caught a 1 meter 13, I think.
I think 13.
Yeah, 1 meter 13. Yeah. And then the electric engine had some mechanical problems. The wind started picking up and we were just so frustrated. And then at like the final 9 minutes, I just was talking to Andy about, you know, getting a fix for the electrical engine. And we just put the boat on the petrol engine and just started to fish the last spot that we wanted to fish that day. And then I was, you know, come on, one final last fish. And then we hooked at 1 meter 21.5, I think it was finally accounted for. So it's such an amazing feeling. Yeah,
back in the game.
Back in the game, fully back in the game. So back in the leaderboard as well, because we lost the first place, but now we firmly got the first place after day 2. So really excited. Super cool.
With an average of?
An average of 1 meter 13.5, I think. So that's quite okay.
The smallest pike is 1.5. So we
got some room
get
to
an upgrade.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Frank is the big boss, so to say, of Lundboat Europe. And Frank, what's your first impression of the Swedish edition on the lake?
Yeah, again, it was a great event. Last year it was the first time, second time, and it was a good event, good organized, and we had luck with the weather.
That's for sure.
All the ice was gone, the pikes were there, but unfortunately today we cannot fight them. But we have a good tournament. Yeah.
Oh, that's good to hear. Yeah. That's good to hear. Who did you bring? Can you introduce your crew?
Yes, of course. Behind me, Anik, Chris, Bas, Rutger, Jean-Marc, Christian, Rocky, Marco, and natuurlijk Johnny.
Which team did perform the best, so to say?
I think Jean-Marc and Johnny.
Yes, Jean-Marc. Can you tell me about your experience?
Well, it's a good experience to fish in the Vanern. The first day was better for us, 5 hours, and today it's a bad day. We have no good fishing, no find the big fish, but it's always fun to participate to Predatortour. And in a few weeks we go in Holland also. This, and we
try again.
We try to do better there, but it's a good tournament. With the level is high, I think. I think the level is very high.
And on second place, so to say?
The second place, I think Christian and Marco. Yeah.
Okay, can you tell something about your experience here?
It was a good experience. We had catch some fish in the bays and make the lice full, and then we try to catch the big ones in deeper water on the rocks and Yes, and it works. But
This was your second time, because you participate also the first edition in Sweden, so to say. What's the difference between that edition and this edition?
Bigger edition, it's more, oh, how can I say it? The parcours was bigger and more fishes, bigger fishes. So it was a great event.
I will say party on tonight, and see you all soon in the European Predatortour.
Thank you.
Predatortour Sweden, day 3, let's go!
We're Team 26 and we're in 5th place, and it's the last day of the competition. I can hardly describe how exciting I am. Last 2 days have been pretty good for us, but still it's insanely how exciting the competition is, because there's so many big fish has been caught. So we had a game plan for the 3rd day, and we actually changed that. We will just do the same thing we did last 2 days, not take any gamble, because we have a few spots in the area here as well, and normally that was for the 3rd day, but we don't want to take any risk. We just want to try the spots we know we have been checking last few days, because we know what's around and what's been going on. And if we go out over here, there's been intensely fished, and yeah, you just don't know. Maybe you come up to a spot and it's been screwed by a lot of fishing last days. So we're just gonna stick to the plan, and basically what we did every day is we try some of our spots we know they produced, and just try some new spots as well.
So we are August and Andreas from Team Marine, team number 6. That we are in 4th place right now, and yeah, we're gonna hammer them down to day 2. We have 2 fish that we need to change that are under 100 centimeters that we wanna exchange by at least a 105 centimeter pike.
The average is around 108 centimeter for us, but we want to increase that.
We found the pike pretty much deeper than all the other teams, and fishing really cold water. So the pikes we get are not even close to spawning yet. So yeah, that's our trick.
We are team number 5, sitting on 3rd position. The first day we were fishing on special spots that we found out during the training, but in the end they only held small fish. So yesterday we had a pretty good day. We caught big fish to 114 centimeters. And today we try to continue and win the tournament.
We are team number 61 from Denmark, and we are in 2nd place now. And yesterday we caught a lot of big fish, and the biggest one was 116, so it was nice fishing.
Morning, team number 2, placed number 1 at the moment. We were placed number 1 after day 1 as well. Pretty excited about the final day. Pretty excited about the final day because we had a really intense day yesterday. I think we were a bit nervous yesterday because we were on the lead. I think we're a bit more relaxed now, but we're dying to take it home now. So really excited to fish the final day. We got a good lead, but we're not here yet. So we need to step it up and get one really big fish that will be golden. We got a 1.5 meter that we need to upgrade. We're gonna stick to our plan, most of it. Gonna do some other stuff as well, things we've been testing during pre-fishing. We're really excited, and we'll know at 3 o'clock who's the winner of the Predatortour 2018 in Sweden. So hopefully it will be us. So thanks for the support so far, guys. Really means a lot.
And now I'm staying here until Friday, so I want to have one day with 113.5 And can you tell me the secret?
Well, the secret is I'm a fishing guide here at Sportfishing Dalsland, and I'm available. So if you're staying here till Friday, you can still book me seats. So that's no problem at all.